Hello everyone, I'm Jiten sir, and in this video I'm going to explain you about the looping programs in Java, the different types of series. This is the second tutorial on loops in Java and the fifth video in the series of Java programming. So here we get started. The links for the previous videos is given in the description below. You can refer to that. And starting with our first program, these things we have already discussed in the previous videos, but just briefing you about the first program is to print the first 10 natural numbers starting from here. We have this main function public static void main, and inside this we have used for loop. The loop will run from 1 to 10. The for syntax for loop goes like this. First we have the initialization part, then the condition part, and then the update part, that is increment or decrement. The value of I starts from 1. 1 is less than equals to 10, condition true, so it will enter into the loop and the value of 1 will be printed. The value of I gets updated, becomes 2, 2 less than equals to 10, condition true, and so this continues. So this way this program will print the output from 1 to 10. So let us run this program. Once I run this program, I'll get the output and it will come like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So this is our output. Now let us move on to the next program, and this was about printing the odd terms of an is the window. In this program we'll be printing the odd numbers from 1 to 10. So the difference between any even number or odd number is 2, so we have used this for loop starting from I, and the update will be of plus 2, I plus equals to 2. This will increase the value of I by 2. So I equals to 1, I less than equals to 10, I plus equals to 2. So first the value of I is 1, condition true, since 1 is less than equals to 10, so it will print the value of 1. Then it becomes increased by 2, so it becomes 3. So 3 is less than 10, so 3 will be printed. It becomes 5, 5 is less than 10, condition true, so 5 is also printed. So this way it will print the odd numbers up to 10, the first 10 odd numbers. Okay, so if we run this program, we get the output 1 3 5 7 9. So this will print the odd numbers up to 10. Next we'll move on to the our next program, and that is based on series. So here is a series. We have got a series of numbers 1 4 7 10, like this. It will go like this. Now for printing this number, first we have to understand the logic. The difference between every consecutive term is of 3. So here we'll be using the increment of 3. Here this is the main function. I have taken two variables I and a, integer type. We have initialized the value of a with 1, and here's the for loop. Since we have to print the first 10 terms of this series, so we'll be running the loop from 1 to 10. I is the loop control variable. It starts from 1, I equals to 1, I less than equals to 10, I plus plus. The value of I is 1 here, 1 less than equals to 10, condition true. Now it will print the value 1. After it prints the value 1, the value of a becomes 4 now, because initially the value was 1. Now after increment of 3 it becomes 4. So when the loop control goes to this part, for the second iteration it will print 4. For the third iteration it becomes 7, because every time the value of a gets increased by 3. So first time it is 1, second time it is 4, third time it is 7, and so and so. So since I have used this loop control variable to run for 10 iterations, so that's why we'll get the 10 terms of this series. Now let us run this program. If I run this program, this is my output: 1 4 7 10 13 16, like this. As you can see, the difference of consecutive terms is 3. So this is a third program. Now let's move on to the next program, and that is on second series. So here we'll be printing the series like this: 2 5 10 17, so and so. Here the terms are increased in a specific order. There's a logic behind this. So let me remind you, this 2 is basically 1 square plus 1, that is 2. 2 square plus 1, that is 4 plus 1, 5. 3 square plus 1, 4 square plus 1, and so and so. So for this, we'll be using the logic I into I plus 1. We have used two integer type variables a and I. The value of a is 1. It is initialized from value 1. Now this loop control variable I'll use from 1 to 10 because we have to print 10 terms in this series. So the value of I goes from 1 to 10. Here I equals to 1, I less than 10, condition true, it will enter, and the first value that will come is 1 into 1 plus 1, that is 2. So 2 will be printed. After that, again for the second iteration, the value of I becomes 2. So 2 into 2, 4 plus 1, 5. So second term that will be printed will be 5. For the third iteration, for the value of I to be 3, this becomes 3 into 3, 9 plus 1, 10. So this way it will print 2, 5, 10, 17, etc. I hope it is clear. Now if I run this program, I get an output like this: 2, 5, 10, 17, 26, 37, and so and so. This will print the first 10 terms of the series. We don't want to disturb the number of terms, that's why we have fixed this I as a loop control variable, which is mainly controlling the loop only, and the values that are printed, this is controlled by the variable a here. Okay. Now let's move on to the next program in the series, and that is, here we will be printing the series as 1. Let me run this program, show you the output first. Yes, this is the output. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and so and so. It is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It increases, the series progresses like this. Now showing you the program for this. Here I have used long because the value of this number, once it becomes larger, it cannot be stored in integer. That's why I have used the data type long here. I is integer type variable and it is used for loop control. For I equals to 1 to 10, this will remain the same because we have to print the first 10 numbers, first 10 terms of the series. So that's why I have kept it intact. And the values that will be printed, this will be a into 10 plus 1. Now this is the output here. See, first initially the value of a is 0. So 0 into 10 is 0 plus 1. So first a is 1, 1. Now 1 into 10 is 10 plus 1. It becomes 11. So it is 11, second term. Third term, 11 into 10. It becomes 110 plus 1, 110, 111. So it becomes like this. The series progresses in this manner. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next program, and that will be table of 5. Now here, this is our fifth program, and here we'll be printing the table of 5. So for that, I have again used two variables, I and a. Initialize the value of a with 1, and this is the loop control variable. For I equals to 1, I less than 10, I plus plus. So this will run the iteration for 10 times because the value of I goes from 1 to 10 and there is always an increment of 1. So I goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this will continue the loop for 10 iterations, and every time the value that will be printed, it will be controlled by the variable a. The value of a is, for the first time, is 5 into 1, it is 5. So if we run this program, we get the output as 5 because 5 into 1, first time the value of I is 1 here, so 5 into 1 we got 5. For the second time I became 2, 2 is less than 10, so this time 5 into 2 we got 10. Next value of I is 3, 3 is less than 10, so 5 into 3, 15. Value of I became 4, so 5 into 4, 20. 5 into 5, 25. The value of I became 6, so 5 into 6, 30. So and so this series progresses like this. Okay. Next we have a program that is based on factors. Suppose we want to print the factors of a particular number. For that we will use a program like this. I have taken two variables again, a and I. the value of a is 20. Suppose we want to print the factors of this number 20. For that, we'll use the loop I equals to 1, I less than equals to a, I plus plus, same way. But here the loop will go to a because we have to check the factors up to that number, because factors of a number cannot be greater than that number. So the loop will continue from 1 to that particular number. And inside this for loop we'll check for if condition, like if a mod I equals 0, that means if that number is divisible by I, in that case that number will be printed. Okay, now if I run this, I get output as 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. First time the value of I is 1 and 20 is divisible by 1. It is true, so 1 got printed. For the second time the value of I became 2. 20 is divisible by 20 mod 2. That means when we divide 20 by 2, is the remainder equals to 0? That means it is checking for divisibility. And this operator gives the remainder, that is the modulus operator. So when we divide 20 with 2, the remainder is 0. So the condition is true. So 2 will be printed. For the next iteration, the value of I became 3 here. 3 is less than equals to 20, condition true. Now 20 mod 3 equals 0. That means when we divide 20 by 3, is the remainder 0? No. This time the condition is false, so 3 will not be printed. Again the value of I becomes 4. 20 divisible by 4? True, so 4 will be printed. So this way all the factors of 20 will be printed as it is shown in the screen. Next we will move on to the next program, that is factorial of a number. Factorial of a number, if we talk about factorial, so first let me explain you the logic of factorial. Like suppose I write here 5 factorial. Okay, factorial symbol you can write like this. 5 factorial means 5 multiply 4 multiply 3 multiply 2 multiply 1. Factorial means continued product of a number in decreasing order up to 1. Okay, so 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this way it will go. Like if I make here 4 factorial, it will be 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Got it? Now let's move on to the coding part. In this program we are generating the factorial of 5. So for loop control we will use a variable I, and we will take a variable f for storing the factorial of the number, and we'll take a number n for storing that number whose factorial is to be obtained. Okay, now here for I equals to 1, I less than equals to n, I plus plus, the loop will go from 1 to n. Suppose the value of n is 5, so we'll move from 1 to 5. F equals to f into I, that means the iteration will go like this. Like first value of I is 1 here, so f is initially 1, so 1 into 1 is 1. The value of I became 2, so f into 2, that is 1 into 2, 2. It goes like this. It can be done in the either way. There is one more way of solving this program. For that we'll use from n to 1. In decreasing order we also we can calculate, because this can also be done in other way. Like if I say it is 1 multiply 2 multiply 3 multiply 4 multiply 5. In both the cases results will be same. For this program I have used this part. It can also be solved in this way. Okay, now let's move on to the next program, that is sum of numbers. Here we'll not be printing the series of numbers, but in fact we'll finding the sum of the terms in the series. For example, if I want to print the sum of first 10 natural numbers, suppose the series goes like this. I want to find the sum, like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7, so and so up to 10. That means we want to find the sum of first 10 natural numbers. For that I'll be using a program like this. I and sum are two integer type variables. Sum is used for storing the values, total values, and I is used for loop control variable. Now here the loop will go from 1 to 10, as we'll be adding up first 10 terms. So sum equals to sum plus I. We can consider it like that, like sum is a container. whatever numbers are coming, like 1, 2, 3, 4, all the numbers are coming, we are just storing these numbers in this particular container, and finally whatever value is printed is value stored in the sum will be printed. Since we don't want to print all these terms, that's why we have used this print statement outside the loop. Okay, now if I run this program, I'll get output like this. So this is the output. The sum of 10 natural numbers is 55. So this is the output of this program. Now if I write this program, this statement inside this loop, in that case the same statement, the sum of 10 numbers is this, it will print it for 10 times. So we don't want this statement to be printed 10 times. In fact, we want the sum. That's why we have used the statement outside the loop, because whatever is written inside the loop is printed as it is. Okay, and next program is based on the Fibonacci series. In Fibonacci series, it goes like this: 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and so and so. Fibonacci series, the logic is the sum of two consecutive terms is the next term, like 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, and 3 plus 5 8, and so and so. This series progresses. Here I have used four variables I, A, B, and C. I is used for loop control. B, A, B, and C are for the terms. A and B are the first two terms that I have already initialized with 0 and 1, and I'll be printing this initially only. Since I've printed the first two terms, so that's why the loop will run for more 8 times, because two terms have already been printed. Now yeah, this becomes A, this becomes B. Now A plus B becomes C. So this becomes C. Again A plus B becomes C, A plus B becomes C, so and so. So first A and B is already printed, that is 0 and 1 is already printed. Next we'll find C, that is sum of A and B, 0 and 1. So C will be printed. So we'll get the output as 1. Again this becomes A, this becomes B. So now B becomes A and C becomes B. So this was, which was already A and B. So B becomes A and C becomes B. So A plus B, again we got C. So if we run this program, we get the output like this. Yes, this is our output. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, like this. So this is how we perform this program. I hope you have understood the concepts. So see you all in the next video.